Hello, happy Tuesday. Welcome back. I hope you had a great weekend. For those of you who were at Benaroya yesterday, I hope you had a great time and that it went well. I thought I would try out having the camera in the corner for the first slide. It's sort of funny and random. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start working on our third quarter project. So the third quarter project is called Models of Morality. So a little bit of an overview before you open up your screens. This project has two components. So it has an individual component and a group component. The individual component is researching one of the models of morality. And to present that research, you're going to create a timeline. You are going to read a primary source. So that's something that they either read or wrote, or like a sermon that they gave or a speech that they gave or like maybe if in a newspaper or something. And you're going to watch a movie that is about this person's life. And then next week we'll come together with this research and you'll work together with the other people in our class doing the same person and you'll plan for a presentation. So then you'll present to the whole class about the background for this person. You'll share a movie clip from the movie. You'll do some type of interactive activity and you'll share the lessons that you learned. So in a minute, you're going to go to the content library under the projects tab, and under projects, you'll see a number of different options. So, you'll see for third quarter project that has the whole description with all of the different pieces that you need. There's a calendar for the project that shows you what's happening each day in class. Then the next page is a teacher example timeline. So we are going to be doing, or the teachers put together an example, I'll be giving it to you, on Martin Luther King as the model of morality. And so we made an example timeline on his life also. There's a whole chart about the movie options and where we found that you could find the movies to watch. Some are on Netflix, some aren't, some are at the library, some are at the Holy Names Library, so there's lots of options. The rubric is there for the individual tasks, and then the primary sources are all there. So you can click through, so you don't have to go find a source. We found a good one for you. And then you should all take a look in a minute at the last page. It says Fun Note Dorothy Day. It's a little couple sentences from the archives of Holy Names because Dorothy Day came here and presented in the library, which is awesome. What I want you to do is open up your computers. And when you open up your computer, you can go into OneNote and read the project description, click around a little bit, and I want you to look at the requirements for each of the three individual tasks you're going to complete. So you can pause this video right now. I'm going to turn off the camera, although it's sort of fun and weird to see my face. And then you can push play after a minute or two when people have had a chance to read the individual requirements. So in summary, your individual tasks are to create the timeline, and you saw our example from Martin Luther King. You're going to watch the movie and answer the questions about it, and then you're going to read the primary source and answer those questions. So every person is doing these three things. You could totally decide to maybe watch the movie with other people, either in our class period or other class periods. All the juniors are doing the project. But your answers need to be done on your own. So you shouldn't be working together to make the timeline, or you shouldn't have the same answers to the movie, for example, that this part should be done on your own, although you are most welcome to watch the movie together, which might be fun. Just to highlight for you the calendar of what is coming up, make sure you do note that the individual tasks are due next week, then the presentations are the week of the 26th. We'll pick the order for those presentations later, and you have much of this next week to work on your individual tasks. So you'll have the rest of today, tomorrow, and then I'll do an example presentation on on Thursday, but it won't take the whole period, and then you'll have the rest of the period to research. And so the last piece of this is what you're waiting for, to know the groups for your project. So it's very exciting. Thanks for many of you filled out the survey to share your preference. There was definitely a lot of overlap on preferences, so people didn't always get their first choice, but you got one of the people that you submitted in the survey. So these will be the people researching the same person, and then after the individual tasks, once we come together, this is who you'll be working with in class to plan for the presentation. So on the next few seconds of this video are all of the periods, so second period, fourth period, and sixth period. So you can go to your class period and then pause it there so everybody can take a look. And then once you know your person, you can start working, and the rest of today you should be working on your own. There shouldn't be any talking, and you can go ahead and start. Probably with the timeline will make the most sense. Figure out what you want to include for your person, and then I'll be back tomorrow to answer any questions. All right, happy working. Enjoy finding out your group. So period 2, you can pause right here. And here you go, period 4, you can pause here. And finally, period 6, you can pause here. Little shout out to Megan, who's going to be having surgery, so she won't be in a group, but she'll be doing this on her own. Okay, happy working.